Whoa, 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 whoa. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I just woke up. I haven't had a coffee. Um, but the grind doesn't stop. The One Piece grind doesn't stop. This shit is serious. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, every goonie. How are we doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good shmun piecing. Hello. I was, as I was getting ready, I was watching Futurama, and you want to know what my first thought was? If I found myself in the future, I suddenly found myself in the future, the first thing I would be doing is seeking out One Piece. That is by absolutely the first thing I would be doing. This shit is serious. Thank you for the subs. Everyone's favorite bone says hi. Thank you. Alright, I don't have much to add on. It's been a long 2 weeks. Wait, a long week, I should say. It felt like 2 weeks for me because of my internet being out. This One Piece shit is serious. My iPad is on 20% because I watched too much Family Guy last night. Isn't that cute? But we'll get into it anyways. No, it wasn't 2 weeks. It just felt like 2 weeks for me. I lied. I just lied. I like lying for fun. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's just read it. I just want to read it. I have nothing to say. As always, I'm reading it on Hi Foily. I'm reading it on Shonen Jump. The Shonen Jump app. You may join me if you wish. Oh, I wasn't spoiled for anything except for the fucking color spread. Tag the goddamn color spread. You people piss me off. The color spread is part of the chapter release. I don't want to see it until I read the chapter. It's a fun part of the chapter. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. But that's it. That's the only thing I got a little bit spoiled on. Just the color spread. I didn't look too close, Foily. I just saw a bit of Nami and went, oh! Damn it! Ooh, sorry. The update at the top of Shonen Jump. Oh, my beautiful princess. Oh my goodness. He's a lot more purple in this cover, I must say. Can you see that? Can you see that? I know, I'm sorry, my camera won't focus on it, but that's Loki. That's my beautiful princess, my beautiful pinky purple princess. Otis, the hues, the shades are huing, the hues are shading. All right, anyways. All right. 11:43. A Straw Hat Crew car chase. So this is like wacky races. Oh, Nami looks so good. It's Nami who I saw. Oh, and Sanji's so cute. He's on 5, is he? Oh, it's by the order they joined the crew. And Chopper sitting on Zoro. That is so cute. He's serving Nami and Robin drinks. Yeah, Robin's got a drink behind him. She does too. Why is Brooks stepping off into his doom? This is so cute. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for the sub. Jinbei looks so funny. He's just swimming. Speed is the weapon. Sorry, I'm just looking at the details. Sorry, oh my god, I love art. Oh my god, I love art. I'm sorry. I'm having a looky-loo. Why is Sanji green and Zoro blue, by the way? Why is that? Oda, what was the thought process behind that? Although Frankie and Usopp are purple. But they're the only blue and green. Oh, whatever. I was gonna say, Chopper's got the trans flag on his helmet, but he's always had that. Sorry, I'm just giggling at Sanji. I'm giggling at my special little guy. Nami looks so good. Oh my goodness. Nami always looks so good, but she looks particularly good in this one. Oh, just having a laugh. I'm trying to read what it says on their suits. Yeah! Crewmate. PG. Oh, I don't know what that says. Helm? I don't think I don't think Oda was really doing anything there, I'm gonna be honest. Nami has channel? Oh, channel. And storage. And sonar. Alright, yeah, I don't think any of this means anything. I never use the color spreads for anything. And this is why. Also, thank you for the subs, everyone. Anyways, let's get into it. Ooh. How many pages? 19. Okay, I'm not yawning because of One Piece. Oh my god, it's because I just woke up. Okay, chapter 1143. Holy Nights. Hey, wait, y'all. Ilva Magronya is how I'm gonna say their names. Wow, they're really sleepwalking. What's this white cloth? Where are they going? Be careful, Saul. Remember the other teacher said not to touch the children. Oh, she's sitting on his shoulder. And he was all bloody. I know he did, but I don't see nothing wrong with him. And it's dangerous for them to keep walking like this. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. But if I do it... Come on, let's go back to school. Yeah, what was that, Saul? What happened? Did something stab you? This is the Walrus School. I see. So I assume that's, Gunko's power. He was one. No, for real, doctor, it hurts when I do this. Then don't do that. You called it? What did you call the spikes? This is the Walrus School. Oh, Thorn Power. All the children have suddenly fallen asleep. Oh, is that Sommer's? Oh, I thought that was Gunko. My bad. I thought that was Gunko's white bandages. All the children have suddenly fallen asleep, and out of those 9 of them have started walking. We don't know where they're going. Western Village. It's not clear why or how this is happening. The kids at the school. My son's there too. I was a bit worried. I thought Broggy said that. And I was like, your son... Oh, never mind. He didn't say that. For all I know, they had a beautiful child together. My son's there too. There's also been a surge of strange monsters from the forest. Monsters? Are the children safe? Oh, I really... Pillbug! The children are traveling down branch route 8 at the moment. Transponder Pillbug only works in Elbaf. Wait, I really like him. Oh, he's got little feet. I really like him. He's very cute. And there's a fire too. What's with all this sudden danger? Did something happen back at that school? I wish Nami would be like, why does this always happen? You know what I mean? Like Nami going, every time we get to a fucking island, why does this always happen? That's what I would be feeling. Sorry, I'm looking at Brooke. He's still drunk as fuck. Did you say branch 8? It's not looking good over there. Oh no, that's where the school where my granddaughter Ylva goes. How many generations is that? I think you've all had enough to drink now. Yeah, you should get it together. Oh god. Yes, that's quick work. The firefighting Svar. I don't know how to say these words. It's on the case. You've got this, firefighters. We're counting on you. I was thinking, Since fire is such an issue in Elbaf, surely they have a fire team, and they do, okay? I was gonna say. Huh? What's that? Oh, okay. What? So they got hit by Big Brook Zombie. They must be huge, Jesus Christ, because these are giants. They have to be massive. Like, bigger than Loki, you know what I mean? Like, that's massive. Gihaha, you see how shocked those giants were when they got stabbed by the thorns. It's just like the famous saying, every love has its thorns. Never heard of it. You're so apathetic, Gunko. You know that? Love is the passion. A lot of love talk in this arc. Love is the passion to reach out and squeeze someone tight, even as you see the thorns up close. I have things to say about the love theme. I have a lot of things to say about the love theme, but I'll get to that later. Even as you see the thorns up love is the passion to reach out and squeeze someone tight, even as you see the thorns up close. The best part of this game is when it's parents and children. Jesus. Parents hug their kids tight, thorns and all, and then the kids scream and wail when they see their worst nightmare, mummy and daddy dying in agony. Oh, awesome. There's real emotion in killing. Good guy. Really good guy. Really chill. He's just a chill guy. Awesome. What I'm seeing here is I'm seeing a celestial dragon who doesn't have any empathy and who sees love as a tool to be weaponized. That's what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure if this man feels love, but I'm sure that he sees love as something to weaponize. That's what I'm seeing here. He just likes to have fun. He just likes to have fun. He's a chill guy. So true, so true. Thorn to thorn fruit, thorn man. Yeah, that's not gonna be fun. God forbid he have hobbies. Weaponizes it and sees it as a game, yeah. 100%. Death by love, isn't that just so exciting? I have so much to say about this love theme, but I'll get through the chapter. No interest, the woman who never knew love. Which route did you choose, Gunko? There was a thick branch that ran down the middle. If they walk straight that way, they'll reach the village's sea clouds. Walrus School, our library, Western Village Port. The middle one's good, stands out better. Makes their utter the middle one's good, stands out better. Makes their utter futility all the more apparent. Like, I bet that's how this bitch talks. Summer's I need a bit more salt. Salt. Oh. Ooh, smash rock salt, gourmet stuff. Ooh! Oh my god. Oh, so he can just material. Now, there's something very funny that can happen here. Because he's materializing dreams, right? There's a gag that Oda can do. And if he does this, I'm actually going to scream. If he uses this on Sanji, Sanji dreams of babes. What Sanji said to Nami at the beginning of this arc. This can't be a dream. There are too many men here. So there's a gag that can happen here. I can see it happening. I can see it happening. I can see Somers trying to materialize Sanji's dreams and it's just a bunch of hot babes. I can see it now. I can see it now. Babe warning. I can see it now. I think that's gonna happen. Lord, let it be true. Why are they all women? Oh god. Anyways, interesting that he can literally materialize dreams. I've always said I'm not any better. What do you say? What do you think materializing MelonTee's dreams would look like? You seen what's on my bed? Have you seen that? You think materializing MelonTee's dreams would be any better? No. It would not be any better than Hot Babes. It is Hot Babes. My dreams are Hot Babes. Of course. I'm not strong enough. Hot Babes for Mel. Anyways, I do not dream of Duffy. Yuck. Anyways. Awesome. Very cool. A bunch of Sunji. You can wake up now, Snork. I like the ooh Aspatch rock salt gourmet. What about the sleep tids you pulled out of those brats' dreams? I can keep them going at the same time, of course. Hey, this salt goes perfectly with the meal. I'll try some too. Anyway, speaking of the giant's boats in the village, apparently they draw rainbows in the sky with those painter rocks. It's delicious. Oh, she's cute. Real unique culture they've got, so all we have to do is take one of those to return to the Holy Land. We've basically... Well, I like how they're just feasting. My god, this is barbaric. These kids are being kidnapped and they're just having a meal. Wow. We've basically won already. It's too easy. This is a baby game for babies! Did they steal that from me? Baby game for babies. Baby game for babies. What? What the hell? Oh my goodness. I really like this guy. Baby game. Baby game for babies. Oh my god. Send the clip to Herda. Oh, that's so stupid. I'm very full now. All this and 0 calories. Well, it's dream food. Oh, so 0 energy too. Haha. Don't worry, Summers. Oh, so there's no substance to it. Alright. So you can interact with it physically, but it's not actually anything. Okay. I got it. I got it. There will be trouble. I saw a pirate ship moored on the sea clouds of the village. The Emperor of the Sea, Straw Hat Luffy, is here. Huh? Wait, the kids are walking right towards the fire. See, you didn't expect this. Not to worry. If they die, we can send more. Yeah, they're so nice. Just chill guy. Awesome. Awesome. Expendable. Bugs, you know, bugs, as Saturn said. Insignificant insects. We're just all a bunch of bugs, right? Fuck them kids. Damn you, Loki. Go on, Hydud, and try and stop me. Dogga ga ha ha. Dogga ha ha ha. Is that Loki's laugh? Dogga ha ha ha. Dogga... God, sorry. But no, you can't possibly stop me. You can't even lift Ragnir. I just hope no one gets hurt in the Sun World. He's huffing though. He's huffing. He's huffing. He's fucked. They will. Then the flames will only spread further. So make your choice. Will you undo the last cuff and free me? The choice is yours. Yeah, he's lying. He's fucked. He's huffing and he's going, they will get hurt. It's no. Who's this enormous giant anyway? He was really badly injured, so I wanted to help him. Or will you all choose death? I'll only keep taking the lives of those weaklings in the Sun World. If you don't answer me. Sorry, I'm looking at the art. Wait, alright. Don't get sucked in, Haiduden. What I don't know is Zoro. I guess I... Don't get sucked in. Sorry, sucked in, I said. Sucked in. Yes, Sanji's going, what the fuck is going? So Zoro's seeing through the facade finally, is he? I guess I gotta do it. If he can move, I'll stop him. That was the deal. Wait, Straw Hat, he'll electrocute you if you get too close. We know something they don't. Ha 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 ha. Sorry, electrocute who? Electrocute who? Who's getting electrocuted? Nah, not Luffy. Not Luffy. Wait, Straw Hat, who'll electrocute you if you get too close. Very well. I guessed it. Yes! Ooh! I know what's going on! I did it! I fucking guessed it! I told you! I guessed it! My huge bulbous brain! Wait, Straw Hat, he'll electrocute you if you get too close. Very well then, I hear your answer. Stop this, Loki. If you hit the children, there's no turning back. Make sure you go easy on him, Luffy, or his wounds will get worse. Hang on, Luffy, I just gotta check something. What? You fucking bitch. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Wait, Luffy, I want to hit his wounds. What is he fucking on about? Oh my god. I know, this is crazy work. Oh, sorry, you're all over the place. Oh my god. You go easy on him, Luffy, his wounds will get worse. Gum. Damn, I've lost this one. Air balloon. He didn't even touch him. Huh? Down he goes. Sanji's like, I'm sorry, I love this because Sanji has no goddamn idea what's going on. He's just rolled up. Oh goodness. Hit him with a balloon. Ting! Did he actually touch him? I can't see that. I guess he ting. I guess maybe he poked him. He really was at death's door already. Oh. Oh my god, Zoro, you're pissing me off. You are pissing me off. I cannot with this guy. Oh my god. A little love tap. Zoro, when I get you. He really was at death's door. He was summoning all the strength he had left on a gamble. I'm so smart. I am so smart and intelligent. I am so incredibly smart and intelligent. It's crazy. If his bluff had worked, he would have escaped so that he could collapse somewhere in secret. That's my girl. That is so princess move of him. I just can't imagine that working based on the amount of blood he'd lost. It's up to you whether to heal him or let him die, but I had business with Loki too, but when it had to wait when I saw how bloody he was. Zoro! Sorry, the way he kicked him still gets me. It is true that whoever attempted to kill Loki, it is a separate incident from the matter of his own crimes, and I think I might know who it was. I assume he's thinking Evil Shanks, since he was there for the conversation. Yeah, Roto heard about Evil Shanks. Please, Haiduden, help him out a little. I don't want to let him die, no matter who he is. That's my boy. That's my boy. Oh, look at him! Oh, this is really cute. Luffy's sitting on his horn. They are real horns. I got it again. Ooh, 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 ooh. She keeps winning. I keep winning this arc. When have I lost? I had a rough start, but now I keep winning. Mel moment. How does she do it? Until he's fully healed, it'll probably take months. If you really want to see him recover, you shouldn't leave him in a place like this. But if he's taken to the village, it will only lead to more calls. That was pretty obvious, and yet people were questioning it anyway, weren't they? Weren't they? Mister, that was pretty obvious. Damn. Mister, I always knew. Okay. Tell my chat that. It'll probably take months.
Wacky pee-pee.
You shouldn't leave him in a place like this. But if he's taken to the village, it will only lead to more calls for execution. They'll kill him. Oh.
Wacky pee-pee.
Sorry, this is making me so sad. If he's taken to the village, it'll only lead to more calls for execution. They'll kill him. They hate him that much? He's an irredeemable scumbag. Oh! This backstory is gonna be insane. These horns turned out to be real, huh? They're a holdover of his ancient giant blood, just like his father, Harold. Luffy sitting on his horns is really cute. That's so cute. Oh my god, Luffy's gonna protect another one. We got another one, boys. We got Law and Dressrosa, we got Sanji and Whole Cake Island. We technically got Momonosuke in Wano. We did get Momonosuke in Wano. And now we're on to Loki. The Pink Princess! It's Pink Princess Club. It just keeps going. Ooh. Just like his father, Harold. You are my sons and I love you both. I want you two to work together to support Elbaf after I'm gone. Alright. He doesn't have his horns pulled out yet. I can't believe this tiny weakling is supposed to be my big brother. You're just a bastard. You're not our father's legitimate son. Ooh, alright. Things are starting to shape. Hear that, Hyduden? Your mother had filthy blood in her veins. Alright. Things are starting to shape now. He is kind of an ass. I still trust him. But the sibling drama. Cursed child versus bullied child. Yeah. Wait. Don't lose control, Hyduden. I've never forgiven him for what he did. He insulted my mother and killed my father. Go on, do it, you sad little berserker. Sorry, Loki passed out, dying. Do it. Do it. God, what a shit stirrer. Or perhaps instead of indulging in your petty personal drama, take a look at the woods around us. They all say I went and killed Dad with pure murder in my heart. But you don't believe that, do you? End of the chapter. Yep, here we go. So, I was thinking, I don't know if I remember saying it, but I was thinking when it came to the woods, I remember thinking, are the woods being totally frozen over at the base of Elbaf, is that normal? Is that natural? I do remember thinking that, like a literal like nuclear freeze. I don't know if I said that, but I remember thinking that because I remember thinking the differences in this environment is just crazy. Because last time we had one area that was just total ice and one area that was drastically different in fire was Punk Hazard, and that wasn't normal. Punk Hazard wasn't natural. And I was thinking, is this environment not normal? And now it's seeming like there's definitely gonna be a problem here with Harold, but the question is, did Loki actually kill Harold or was he framed? But if Loki did kill Harold, because he's saying people think I killed our dad with nothing but murder. But you don't believe that, do you? So it's either he was framed or Loki did kill Harold, but it's because of something. Forced his hand, right? Because I am still a believer that I trust Loki. Don't get me wrong, Loki was fucked up. He was fucked up towards Hyrule. That was messed up. But we've seen there have been sibling problems before. Think about Reiju and Sanji. Think about how they functioned. Reiju was somewhat kind to Sanji, but she wasn't exactly the nicest. She did let him go by the end, but she still didn't. You know what I mean? She still was pretty doing nothing in regards to what happened to him because of their dad. Ace was shit to Luffy. That was true as well. Ace was also shitty to Luffy. That was passive. Yes, thank you. Yeah, she was the nicest, but it was a very low bar. Exactly. We've seen sibling drama before in One Piece. So I'm not taking what Loki's saying to Hyrule as anything super not factual. What's the word I'm looking for? Super damning. Simply because Hyrule himself was kicked out of the castle due to him being a half-blood, I suppose, and I can only imagine being Loki and being told that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that Loki should have been saying that. I'm saying that he was a kid. He was a kid, and who knows what he was being told. But, people cheering him on in that panel were there. Let me double check that. But either way, I don't take what Loki said as a child as anything damning right now, because what Loki just said to Hyrule at the end there were people cheering him on. I think we have to remember this might have been during the time before Harold was trying to create a peaceful Elbaf. This seemed to still be warrior Elbaf, because we've got two different points of time. We've got the warrior generations, and then we have the newer generations. I think this is the warrior generations. I mean, we just got a mention of thorns and love, and now we see Loki with a thorned club. I'm telling you, it's like, for now, it's looking like rough for Loki, but I'm saying, I bet we're gonna find out something else. I bet it's gonna be some pressure, like Harold saying something to Loki, like, because you are the pure-blooded one, you have to be better, something like that. You know what I mean? There's gonna be something rough here. Because I'm still believing that Harold is not a chill guy. I still think Harold was fucked. Considering Loki just said, everyone thinks I killed our dad because of just murder. Look around. You know? He says he loves them both, but think of how Judge loved his sons and his children. Why did he love them? Because they were useful. I'm not sure about this yet. Like, you know what I mean? I need to see more of Harold before I've determined anything about him. Like, before I can make up my mind here. Because, considering Loki is saying Harold was taken out because of different reasons, seems to me like Elbaf might have been on the brink. And Loki wanted to do something. Because I fully believe Loki loves Elbaf. I'm in a full belief that Loki cares very much about Elbaf. And he's literally doing his best to help Elbaf, but no one believes him. You know? Yeah, if he really loved Hyrule, he wouldn't have left his mother out like that, would he? Which is what is implied. Look, when I think of love, and especially when we're seeing love and thorns, right? We now have a man in the story, Sommers, who is using love as a weapon. He's weaponizing it. I'm seeing this very much. Sommers clearly is a man who thinks love is useful. That much is clear to me. we've had two other characters in the story who have loved people for their usefulness. That's Duffy and that's Judge. Doflamingo was disgustingly manipulative with his love. So was Judge. Big Mum was also part of this. If you weren't useful to Big Mum, you were nothing to her. And I'm sensing more Big Mum returns here, because when it comes to children being useful and having to earn the love of their parents, Big Mum's up there. Big Mum's very much up there. Right? Judge didn't exploit emotions. Yes, he did. He very much did. For his own children. He exploited them so much that he fucking removed them. Not only that, but when it came to Sanji and the kids, because he didn't like Sanji, the kids picked on Sanji. He allowed the kids to beat Sanji up because of him. He made Sanji a scapegoat. Exactly. Judge very much had the kids obey him because they wanted his approval. That is quite literally what happened. He set the children against each other. The Weens! The Weens against us! I wonder if Harold ever tried... What's interesting is Harold had his horns. So when Loki was born, and like when Loki like had kneecaps, when he developed kneecaps, Harold had his horns. Why does Hyduden not blame Harold for his treatment? Who knows how Hyduden feels about his dad? For all we know, Hyduden doesn't care about his dad. We don't know that. He said he killed my dad. But for all we know, that's him because, you know, that was his blood father. Who knows if he actually loved him? Do you know what I mean? I'm excited. This boy drama, crazy. This drama, crazy. Yeah, the insult to his mother that set him off the most, for sure. We have to remember we're not seeing everything yet. Like, the reason I still believe in Loki right now is because we're seeing crumbs right now. We're seeing very different areas right now. So we've just witnessed a part of Hydruden's memories. What do you think is going to happen when we see Loki's memories? Which we definitely will. There's definitely going to be a lot more substance to this. A lot more substance to this. But what I was going to say, and what I found interesting, because Zoro is clearly a part of this. Again, I'm sorry I'm focusing on Zoro. Zoro is so interesting to me. He's so interesting to me, this arc. I keep looking at him. And we get to Sommers. And Sommers says, love is the passion to reach out and squeeze someone tight, even as you see the thorns up close. There's real emotion in killing. I've talked about this so many times. But, Zoro's acting out. He's acting out this arc. That much is clear to me. I've talked so many times about how deeply Zoro loves. He loves his crew so fucking dearly. His crew mean everything to him. Not only his crew, Kawina. Right? Zoro loves people so deeply that he just cannot let them go. Like, he's been mourning Kawina all his life by carrying her sword with him, right?
Howdy do, boys.
His crew is part of that. He absolutely adores his crew. And now I'm reading about Sommers saying love is when you reach out the thorns so tightly that you don't want to let go. I feel Zoro in that. I personally feel a lot of Zoro in that. Because he doesn't express it very well, but he is so full of heart. He is. And it feels like I've been seeing some thorns in him lately, especially with at the end of Egghead with what he said with Vegapunk, when he said, Luffy shouldn't be crying. You shouldn't be crying because of some old man. He feels like he's getting a bit spiky lately. And it feels like because he cares so much, you know? Yeah. Guy who says, I don't really care. He's a fake I don't give a fucker, basically. The VV comment too, right? Thank you for the sub, by the way. But when I'm hearing like a little thorny, all I'm saying is when I'm seeing these things and I'm seeing that this arc is focusing on love. We won yet again. You guys know how much I fucking care about love. Every arc lately has been so hell-bent on love, emotion, the power of love and emotion. Egghead was all about that. Egghead was so intense when it came to love and emotion, especially like, you know, parental love. Now we're getting to Elbaf, and now we're talking about it again. Thank you for the subs. We're talking about it again. We are once again talking about how important love is, how powerful love is, how love is emotion and love is thorns and tight hugs and rough edges, you know? So I'm feeling Zoro all over personally, because when it comes to Zoro, I've always thought for him to be stronger, he has to embrace that side of himself, because the reason he's gotten to where he is because of the Straw Hats. It's because of him having something to protect, because he loves something, which is the crew. When Zoro has something to love and something to protect, he releases a different side of himself because he's so intense about it. He's very intense with his love. Not in the same way as Sanji, not in the same way as Luffy, but it's there. It's so obviously there. So when it comes to Zoro, the reason I feel like Elbaf is a good place for his breakdown is because we are now getting more mentions of love here. If Elbaf is a place for him to open himself more, he will become a lot more powerful once he realizes what and who he's really fighting for here. He wants to be the Master Swordsman, that much is true. But I've always thought Zoro thinks he has to disconnect himself for him to be stronger. He has to disconnect himself from emotion. He has to disconnect himself from love. He has to disconnect himself from the feelings of protection he has for the crew. And that's simply not true. I truly believe for him to hit that realization, he'll be stronger. Zoro versus who? Zoro could verse Sommers. That would be very in line with him right now. Not caring means less weakness and powerlessness. Exactly. Zoro needs to care. He really needs to, like, he cares. The more Zoro cares, the more powerful he is, in my opinion. And I just really think that Oda's leaning into Zoro realizing what is the most important to him right now. And that's his crew. He loves them so much. Like, he just loves them so much. Sanji fighting Soma would make sense, yes. I see that. But I can see Sanji fighting, killing him because of the dream stuff. The don't get in the way of my dream thing he said back to Luffy, that's already been retconned in like a reasonable way. And by that I mean, I've talked about this in my East Blue video. In the Baratier, Zoro was reborn. So after he fought Mihawk, Zoro was literally reborn there. He was reborn as a new person, as a Straw Hat. I didn't really particularly see Zoro as a Straw Hat before the Baratier, simply because he said to Luffy, if you get in the way of my dream, I'm killing you. He then got to his dream. That was Mihawk. and he realized he wasn't strong enough. He realized he couldn't do it. He honestly nearly accepted his death. He accepted his death. He was like, if I die, I die. This is it. This is where I die. Because I talked about my East Blue video. He saw the path ahead was so fucking perilous. It was just, the peak was so high that it felt like he gave up for a second there. There's even that beautiful shot of him letting go of Wado as he's being sliced by Mihawk. As if that is a symbolism for him going, this is it. I'm letting this go. But Mihawk showed him a gracious mercy and said, no, I can see your potential here. I'm not letting you die. I'm not letting you let go of this. And as Zoro is alive again, as he's like back up, he makes a new dream. He makes a new pledge to Luffy. And he says to Luffy, the Pirate King needs nothing less than the Master Swordsman. Or he says, you need nothing less than the Master Swordsman. Isn't that right, Pirate King? In that moment, Zoro's been reborn. What he said to Luffy before that is gone. Luffy can now no longer get in the way of Zoro's dream because Luffy is now part of Zoro's dream. For Zoro to become Master Swordsman, Luffy must also become King of the Pirates. Same goes for all the other Straw Hats. All the Straw Hats' dreams are interconnected. All the Straw Hats' dreams are with each other. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, the reason Zoro has gotten to the point that he has because he's so incredibly strong right now is because of the Straw Hats. If he didn't have this crew to love, to protect, and these dreams to work off of, and these dreams to have with a family, he wouldn't be here right now. Currently, the reason Zoro feels so different to me is because he feels like he's incredibly closed off right now. He feels like he thinks he has to be more rough and more unfeeling if he wants to be stronger. It feels like he's going the wrong way, and it feels like he needs to realize who he's fighting for and what he's fighting for to become more powerful or to really become a good swordsman, which is the Straw Hats. If he embraces that softer side of himself, which Oda clearly thinks is a good thing, a softer side of a person is a good thing. Oda thinks this One Piece is about this. Egghead was all about that. Zoro can be the swordsman that we know he can be, but currently he feels like he's stumbling. And he's stumbling because he doesn't know his priorities right now. At least to me. It feels like he doesn't know what his priorities are right now. Like, what's happening with Zoro right now? Believing rumors over Luffy is shocking to me. I've never seen Zoro not believe in Luffy's gut instinct. There's been like issues such as in Water 7 where Zoro was like, no, you're not bringing Usopp back unless Usopp apologizes. But that wasn't Luffy's gut instinct. That was Luffy making the crew wobble, showing that, oh, if you just fight and then come back. Right? If you just fight and then come back, that's fine. Zoro wasn't having it. And we know that that was correct because Sanji was also there backing Zoro up. And that's rare. Not rare, but as in, like, not because the reason I say that's rare is because it's not rare for Sanji to agree with Zoro, but it's rare because Nami was saying to Zoro, what the fuck are you talking about? And Sanji said, actually, Zoro's right, Nami. That's rare. For Sanji to go against Nami is rare, right? So, when it comes to Luffy wanting to free Loki, and here's the thing, it's not about Luffy's gut instinct, just gut instinct. It's about the fact that Luffy said, if he goes berserk, I'll just fight him. That is what Zoro wasn't trusting. He wasn't trusting Luffy's word. That's the weird part. Any other day, if Luffy said, don't worry, if he acts out, I'll just put him down, Zoro would go, you got it. You got it, Captain. It's not just the gut instinct, it's Luffy's word. Zoro, for some reason, didn't trust that. That's the weird part. And that's why I'm saying there's something off about Zoro right now. There is something bizarre about Zoro right now. Yeah, Luffy kept to his word, right? Exactly it. And of course, the weirdest thing ever is the fact that Zoro's been in Loki's position. Zoro's been in Loki's exact situation. These horrible rumors, being labeled a monster. Being told if you let him go, he'll kill everyone. That's the exact same thing that happened with Zoro and Luffy. And had Luffy not trusted his gut with Zoro, Zoro would be dead right now. Right? So when Zoro goes against Luffy's gut, and when Zoro goes against Luffy's word, he's going against what saved his own life. He's going against the thing for why Zoro is on the crew right now. Also, Zoro was pissed at Luffy and Zoro because Zoro was upset Sanji left. That wasn't Zoro being mad at Luffy. That was Zoro being upset because Sanji just left. That really upset him. They actually care about each other. Shocking, right? Because think about the whole time that Zoro was in Zoro. He kept saying to Usopp and crew, oh, don't worry, Sanji's here. Nothing was gonna go wrong. He said that like 3 times. And then he found out that Sanji just left and said, see ya. Don't worry about it. That fucked Zoro up. It really pissed him off because he thought they cared about each other. And then we get it hammered in when Luffy runs out after hearing what happened to Sanji. And Luffy says to Zoro, you're worried about him, aren't you? I.e., Luffy is looking into the camera, Oda's looking into the camera and saying, Zoro's worried. He was worried. He just doesn't know how the fuck to say it. You know why? Because he's thorny. He's spiky. He's thorny and he's spiky. And when he loves someone, he hugs them so tight, he puts their thorns in them. It's what he does. I'm not saying he loves Sanji specifically. I'm saying he loves the crew as a whole. This is how much he cares about them. So, he's a moss. So when it comes to Zoro being a bit distrusting of Luffy and leaning more into the rumors of Loki than following along with Luffy, that's weird. Zoro's his own person and he does what he wants, you know? Like, he still doesn't always listen to Luffy. But it's the fact that Luffy gave Zoro his word. He gave Loki his word. And Zoro is believing, no, I just don't trust the other guy more than I trust you. And that's just weird. That is just weird. I haven't seen that before. I've never seen Zoro distrusting of Luffy's word like this before. Which is why, again, he's a bit off right now. He feels a bit off right now. And I do now think Somers will be a good match for Zoro. Because Somers is about the emotion of killing. And that means a lot to Zoro, especially what happened to him in Wano. Seeing the Grim Reaper that scared the shit out of him. Uncharacteristically prickly ever since Sanji called him a burden. That's part of it as well. He got called a liability by Sanji. And that really, really clearly got to him. If him locking the fuck in after being called that is enough to say. That clearly got to him. So when it comes to how Zoro's functioning right now, when it comes to... Thank you for the subs, by the way, everyone. Thanks, Brig. So when it comes to the way Zoro's functioning right now, when it comes to the way Zoro... the way these arcs are embodying love and power and emotion, especially when it comes to Elbaf. Elbaf is clearly honing in on it. I think this is going to be a big arc for Zoro. I think it really is. I have a feeling he's going to go through some ups and downs. Again, he just has to realize what is important to him, and it's the crew. He needs to really, like, dig deep and see what he's fighting for here. And it's the Straw Hats. He needs to realize he's Kenaf. He's Zonaf. Nah, why would Usopp be mad? Look, the reason that we also know that Zoro's acting a bit weird is because Nami heard about Loki. Nami heard about Loki and Zoro and Luffy, and she went, that's none of my fucking business. Nami like knows that Luffy and Zoro wanted to get the key for Loki, and she said, not my problem. Nami currently is like, whatever Luffy wants to do, they trust him to do. Zoro is currently the only one hung up on the fact that he's not trusting Luffy to do what Luffy wants to do. And again, it's weird. She's back partying, right? Yeah, I do wonder how Sanji is going to feel about the food. Because I can imagine that would really piss him off. Because food's obviously very important to Sanji. And food without substance, that feels cruel. Unbelievably cruel. I do wonder if that will really, really upset Sanji. Because we know how important that is to him. Dream food. All taste, no nutrition. Maybe that's going to be a metaphor for love as well. You can call it love, but if it's shallow, is it really? Is your love really worth anything if it's a shallow, useless love? You know what I mean? Like, is that going to be a metaphor as well? I think it'll really, really upset him. I think this false nutrition is really going to upset him. The feeling without actually loving, yeah. The taste without the substance. It feels like there's going to be some kind of metaphor there. What is shallow love? Usefulness. Only loving if you have a use, such as the way Judge loved his kids. The way Big Mom loves her kids. Possibly the way Harold might love his own kids. We'll find out, but we don't actually know. But I'm jumping the gun with Harold. Conditional, exactly. Loki's side face in the bottom left panel. Look, I just like the fact that he fell over. Can we clap? Can we clap at the fact that I was right? It just keeps happening. It just keeps going. I cannot believe this. There was a delay, but it happened. How many of you read that and went, Mel's going to love this? How many of you read that and thought, oh my god, she did it? Be honest with me. My brain is huge right now. Me. Yes. Yes. Mel did love it. Swing and then fall. Right, a swing and a fall. That's exactly as I said. Oda, I'm in your walls. I'm in your walls. I'm in your walls. I'm in your walls, Oda. I see you. My future sight. Anyway, sorry, I really like the panel of Loki falling over. Family Guy death pose. I'm also just a fan of Loki going, ugh, and falling over. Just a fan. I know my pink ladies, my pink purple ladies. My pinkish purples. Sorry, I'm still laughing at the fact that Sanji's like, what the fuck is going on? Sanji don't know what is happening. He's just here. Oh, Luffy sitting on Loki's horn is really, really cute. Where is Sanji? Around. They're bugs, so I can't see him. I'm looking for Sanji and Zoro in the on page 17, but they're just so tiny. I can't see if they're there. Sanji's usually very emotionally in tune. Usually very much so. I always think about in Dressrosa when Law was going after Doffy, or Doffy was going after Law, and Sanji said, "Hold on, Dressrosa was supposed to be a waypoint. We were supposed to get in, get out. You're a bit too focused on Doflamingo." And Law went, "Oh," because he got clocked. He got clocked bad. Because Sanji clocked him. Sanji said, "I've seen a revenge story once or twice in my life. I've lived it. What's going on, girl?" He said, "Girl, he's not worth it." But I do wonder what's going to happen here. But considering this is going to be a bit of a sibling rivalry, as it seems. Siblings, you say. Tough sibling love, you say. Wow, who on the crew has a history with that? With a harsh sibling relationship that's more thorn than rose.
Howdy do, boys.
Nah, no, Luffy's there, don't get me wrong. But we're talking blood siblings. We're talking blood siblings. Blood siblings with, guys, we are talking blood siblings who haven't made up. Who are not currently on good terms. Who is that? It's not Luffy. Come on, guys, it's Sanji. Zoro. They use logs to roll Loki, Law, Luffy. Oh my god. Did they? Oh, they did too. Oh. And they chained him up again. Rough. Loki, you're so beautiful to me. Oh, man. Now, who told him to stop? Alright. I have nothing else to say. Yeah, Rhoda and Stanson. Why do I think Loki has his eyes covered? Yeah, that's another thing. He's got his eyes covered ever since he was a kid. I'm starting to suspect that's not even related to his devil fruit at this point. It can't be, because he didn't have his devil fruit back then. It's not about devil fruits. You know what this means? You know what this means? It's not about power. I was right. This is about emotions, baby. For whatever reason he's covering his eyes, it's gonna be something emotional. Because he didn't have his devil fruit back then. He couldn't have. Because something killed Dad to get his devil fruit. Look, my belief is because eyes are the windows to the soul. And maybe Loki's eyes give him away when he's trying to lie about fuck knows what. I.e. when Loki's trying to be tough. Maybe his eyes give him away. That's my belief right now. Now that I know that he's been bandaging his eyes ever since he was a child. Before he had a devil fruit. So my thought is it's because he doesn't want to reveal his true emotions. Because that's what eyes do. Eyes do that, right? Do they not? Do they not? Do you see my eyeballs? I can't lie with these fuckers. I do actually. I lie all the time and it always works. But I'm just better than him, I think. Anyways. I lie all the time and you guys fall for it. Anyways, I got nothing else to add. A trickster, yeah. I got nothing else to add. That was a very good chapter. Do we have a break, by the way? A break next week? I know, where is it? No? So guys, the next chapter comes out on my birthday. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it because I will be up to birthday shenanigans. Up to devious birthday shenanigans. So, yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to be here. But, we'll find out. We'll find out. When it comes to, my next video, by the way, it will be out this week. I just need to get the sponsor approved. So once the sponsor's approved, the video is going to be out. All right. The chapter reviews will be all together because I just do not have the time to make chapter reviews right now because I'll be honest with you guys, end of this month I will now be having a bit of a break because
Howdy do, boys.
Sarah, my Discord mod, my content farm, is visiting from England, so I'm going to be spending time with her. And I'll see you guys again for the chapter review, probably. Not the chapter review, for the next chapter. Whenever that is. So yeah. Thank you everyone, I really appreciate it. This was a very, 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 very good chapter. This was incredible fun. Just incredible fun. I just keep getting things right. She can't lose. She just can't lose, right? I'm your god now. Melon god. Anyways, I'll get my box. Oh, sorry about that. I was wrong about the beginning, but that was last year. New year, new me. New year, new me. New year, big bulbous brain me. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate everyone being here. And I will see you when... Sorry, big noises outside. I'll see you when I see you. Thank you, everyone. I was being here for my birthday. Bye-bye. 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 Bye.